Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of my AFL 23 Richmond management career. I'm very excited for today's video because it is one of the most high-profile games of the year that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing the mid-season draft. We're going to be bringing on a new player. I don't know who it is, but I know what position I want to target. And we're also going to have a look at some of the team statistics, who's doing well at this point of the season, who we're going to be looking to move on, and who are going to be some of our targets for the off-season recruitment. Safe to say, probably not going to make finals this year. So we haven't won a game yet. It's what round are we up to? Well, we've played 10 games and we're on a 10-game losing streak. So that just goes to show where we're at the moment. But I don't actually know what round we are up to. It is round 11 currently. And I imagine it is still Sir Doug Nicholls Round. And we've now got Dreamtime at the G as our next game up against Essendon. I'm guessing it's our home game, but I don't actually know for certain. But the mid-season draft is the next thing that we're going to be looking at. And we don't even have a pick, so that's actually quite underwhelming. Only 2 players get selected. We have our next game. It is our home game. Very, very nice. It is Dreamtime. As I said, but before we get into that, I just want to have a quick look at some of the stats for players on our team. In terms of the leading goal kickers, this is actually Tom Lynch who is leading that with 18 goals in 9 matches, which admittedly not a large return, but considering the limited sort of serving into the forward line that we have had, 2 goals a game is not a bad result. Taj Houghton, out of the new players on the team, is probably the best forward that we do have. He's kicked 16 goals from his 8 games. He missed a couple of games with injury. Judson Clark's been pretty good. Jacob Kajitsky's been nice as well. Harry Armstrong, 14 goals from 8 matches. He's had a bit of injury trouble as well. In terms of the midfielders, Sam Layla and Josh Smiley have been the 2 rookies that have stood out the most. Sam Layla's averaging over almost 32 disposals a game. Smiley just over 29. They're hitting the scoreboard and they're doing very, very good work. Taranto's been our best midfielder and, to be perfectly honest, probably our best player. Toby Nankervis has obviously been our best ruck. Layla's getting the most clearances, which isn't too surprising. And in terms of marks, that actually goes to Taranto, who is leading the way. And in terms of kicking accuracy in front of goal, Tom Lynch has kicked 16 behinds, which isn't ideal. Taj Houghton, 16 goals 9 has been pretty good. Kazitsky, 15 goals 6 has been good. Judson Clark, 15 goals, 14, not great. Admittedly, Harry Armstrong, 15 behinds on 14 goals isn't great. But score assist, Josh Smiley, 14 goal assists, has been outstanding. League-wide, Joe Danaher is leading the way with goals. He's got 33. Polkinghorn, I can't say I'm familiar with his first name, but he's a rookie who just got drafted for Geelong. He's in second place with 32 goals. I'm guessing that Jeremy Cameron is either injured or not playing because he's not in the top sort of 20, and Tom Hawkins has kicked 27 goals from 7 games. So I'm not really sure what the deal is there. Cadman's got 30 goals from 10 games. Nick Larkey, same deal. Willie Rioli, 29 goals from 10 games has been very good. Best small forward in the competition, has to be said at this point in time. Zach Merritt is leading the disposal getters with 381 disposals, 38.1 a game. Jack Steele, Toby Green, that's Tom Green, not Toby Green. Clayton Oliver, Lockie Neal are all up there as well. And just looking at the total behinds scored, McLean from Sydney has scored the most behinds, 31 goals and 31 behinds. But the real surprising thing for me is Isaac Rankin, only 8 goals but 26 behinds, has been really inaccurate in front of goal. And that brings me to the next part of the video, is basically the players that I've been keeping an eye on to recruit to our club next season. I'm looking at basically every position. There's no real position, apart from really the youngsters, that are untouchable. I'm really looking to move on anybody. There's no real untouchables. Probably the closest one would be someone like Toby Nankervis, who's currently the captain and has been playing very well this season. And I've been looking at guys primarily who are Victorian and looking to come home from interstate clubs, or guys that are playing for Victorian clubs but aren't getting the opportunities that they otherwise would be if they hypothetically were playing for us. So someone like a Lockie Murphy is Victorian, only 25 years of age. I don't know what his contract situation is, but probably not getting a lot of run in the forward line that consists of guys, well, small forwards like Richelli, guys like, I'm trying to think of Crow small forwards here, Isaac Rankin, although in saying that Richelli is on our list, so if we were to recruit Richelli, he would be a lot more expensive, but Lockie Murphy may get more run. Saligo, probably less of a need. We're really quite good on midfielders, so we would really be really desperate to get a guy like Saligo because he is currently contracted for another 5 years at Adelaide, so we'd probably have to really overpay for him. Devon Robinson I should say. He's only 22 years of age. Big body, 185 centimeters. Only played 49 career games, and he's contracted for one more year at Brisbane. Missed out on their premiership last season, so might be an interesting pickup, and he's got a good amount of potential. So I think he could be someone who'd be potentially looking to come to Richmond. I've got both of the De Koning brothers. Sam De Koning might be looking to leave Geelong potentially, and it would be nice to have both of them, although I don't really see that as a realistic option. Someone like Ed Allen from Collingwood, 19 years of age. That's a stacked midfield. He's played 10 games, he's averaging about 30 disposals a game. One thing I am going to do, now that I think about it, is just turn down the minutes per quarter to 7.5, just to make things go a little bit more quickly. I might ramp it up again towards the back end of finals, but we'll just see how that goes. But Ed Allen just reminds me, I think that could be a player that we do get. John Noble, he's a player that was moved on to Gold Coast in the off-season, but not every transaction that I have applied has basically stuck, unfortunately. So I'm just in a universe where basically that transaction has fallen through for whatever reason. So he may still be looking to leave Collingwood, and he's more of a defensive player. And he's quite tall. Actually, he's not that tall. I thought he looks taller than he is, basically. And I think he'd be quite good for us playing out of a back pocket or half back. The idea of Nick Cox, just a 200 centimeter wingman, makes me really happy. I don't know what it is about it. One thing that we have lacked is basically people who can take a mark on the wing and sort of in and around the half forward line, half back line. Getting him from Essendon, we're going to play against him today, so we'll see how that goes. Jaden Davey got delisted by Essendon in real life, so I feel like he's quite gettable. Same with Tex Wanganeen, although I dare say that's probably less likely to happen. Jordan Ridley, there's a lot of things happening at Essendon at the moment, although they are playing quite well in-game at the moment. So he might be another one who is looking to leave, and it is quite a tall defender. Nate Caddy, only played the 8 games so far, has kicked 15 goals, but is a tall forward, and we need a lot of those. If we did have a mid-season draft pick, I'm not exactly sure why we don't, but if we were to get one, I was going to aim for basically a key forward, just to get another one on the books, because quite frankly, the ones that we do have currently either are not experienced enough or aren't very good. Xavier Dersma, 23 years of age, has a good bit of growth to go, and I would really only go for him, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, I was able to get his brother out of North Melbourne as well. So sort of the same principle as the De Koning boys. If I was going to get one, I would try and get the other. Archie Roberts here, he's 18 years of age, he's a left footer, he's only played the 2 games. He's got a bit of a lower overall in terms of his current ability, but he has got a wide-ranging potential of 82 to 96. He's out of contract at the end of the season. If he was looking for more opportunities, I'd be more than happy to give them to him. Hayden Young, again, is probably more on the expensive side. I believe he was an All-Australian last season in real life. So 67 games, this would only be if Fremantle weren't in a position where they were doing very, very well. But I mean, is the Fremantle situation really any better than the situation that we're in? You could argue that we've got more potential to be better in the future. We've got more potential to recruit others. It would really depend on how I viewed Fremantle in the future, essentially. Sam De Koning, we've already covered. Cooper Sullivan, just this week in real life, got a Rising Star nomination. Whether or not he'd be interested in leaving Geelong, he actually hasn't played a game in-game, I should say. So if he was looking for an opportunity, I'm looking to upgrade my key defenders. I'm looking to upgrade every position. No, as I said, nobody is safe. Then we've got this guy, Caton Matofai Forbes, who was a draft pick that was just made to the Cats. 189 centimeters, 7 games, 8 goals. This is probably one of the less likely scenarios that I would go for, but appears to be very good and is sort of, well, he's 189 centimeters, so is quite tall, quite a defensive looking option. He's got quite good defensive stats as a forward, 77 tackling, 71 strength, good spoiling. He's pretty actually well-rounded. Can even do a little bit of rucking if I was really desperate. But the one player from Geelong that I am uber interested in is Jacob Mollier. Now, this is multi-tiered. Partially is because I think he's going to be a good player. 202 centimeters, good size. He's a bit, not athletic. He's not like a super athlete, but he is good. Has only played the one game so far. Had 52 hit-outs, so he wasn't too bad. But this one's a bit more of a, trying to think of the right word here. Basically, he went to the same high school as me and played for the same club as I did in South Australia. So, I don't know. I've got a bit of a soft spot. I've now got a whole bunch of players from basically the expansion clubs. Mac Andrew, not so much Levi Casbolt. I don't know why he's there. There were a lot more players on this list, and I have since removed some. So, I'm actually just going to remove Levi Casbolt from the list. Mac Andrew, probably not going to, mainly because in real life he signed a massive extension, but he is very good in real life and on the game. Colonel Sam Flanders, again, this would be really if he just wanted to leave the Gold Coast because he wasn't getting the minutes that he did want. Ben King, I think, may want to return to Victoria one day, so that's why I've got him here. But does he necessarily fit the age profile of what we're trying to do here? Because a lot of our young guys are 18, 19 years old, and he's currently 23. So if we were to get him, he's always going to be that little bit older of a player than we would probably want. Lee Kalir, same kind of deal. Doesn't really fit the profile of the squad. He's only played 11 games, and GWS are full of key defenders. They've got Sam Taylor, they've got Jake Buckley, they've got Harry Himmelberg. They've got a whole lot of guys that are playing ahead of him. So hypothetically, if he wanted to leave, that would definitely be an option. The next three are sort of, if I had my way, I'd love to have them on my team. And that is it Lockie Ash? Yeah, Lockie Ash, Aaron Cadman, and Finn Callahan. Do I see these as realistic options right now? No, it would only be if GWS miraculously didn't make finals. Connor Iden, we could go for. He does play a lot for them, so probably not. Cooper Hamilton has been delisted in real life, so it's clear that GWS don't want him on their list, but he is very good on social media, and I think he would be quite good for us. And then we've got James Leake, who, 18 years of age, hasn't played a lot of footy, only played the 10 games, has a lot of potential, so I think that could be really good as well. The next one is Bailey McDonald, and he has great hair, has to be said. 12 games so far for him, pretty good numbers. Has a bit of potential, 80 to 90 potential overall. He's probably my 5th or 6th choice defender if I wanted to go after one. Cody Anderson is the next player that I'm going to go after. Now, he got to Hawthorn, I think, via the rookie draft, not actually the national draft, just this recent draft. And he's played 7 games this season, 9 goals as a midfielder. He's a big boy, 184 centimeters, has great hair, and I think he might have even been an academy signing for them. So it really depends on how that goes. And then this next guy I am very intrigued by, and that is Matt Hill. He's a mature age recruit. He's come from rugby league. He's played 6 games so far, 5 goals, really good tackler as you would expect, explosive athlete. He could be a bit of a secret weapon for us if Hawthorn don't want to sign him for next season. Has good potential. And then we've got Noah Jason Mraz, really good key defender based on the attributes, hasn't played a game yet. Just another guy who I think would be really good if we can get our hands on him in the future. Tom Sparrow we found in the last episode. He got a lot of the ball against us, and I've actually played against Tom in real life. He played, well, basically in the same league as us. He was at the year below me in terms of the age bracket, and yeah, we played many times. Very good young youth footballer, obviously a decent AFL footballer. He's contracted for another 2 seasons at Melbourne, so it would really depend if he fell behind the pecking order in any way. Judd McAvee, or McVee, I should say. I don't think he's the most realistic option, but he is here on my list. And North Melbourne, I've just put a whole bunch of midfielders that they've drafted because realistically, they can't give game time to all of them. So I've just put all of them on the list and hoping that, we might be able to get one of them. And I think we're going to have a decent draft pick that we can offer them. There's also Zane Dersma, as I mentioned earlier. He's not having too bad of a season. We've also got Cam Zerha, who I think as like a free agent signing. I think he may be a free agent. Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent at season's end. So as a tall forward, sort of a half-forward flanker, I think he could be really good. Now, I always have trouble saying this guy's name. Is it Tristan Xerri? Is that how you say his name? He's 24. He's really good at tackling. And he's huge. So I think that could be quite handy. But would North Melbourne realistically want to hand him over? I would say no. And then Harry Sheezel is also here for obvious reasons. Tom McCallum is next on my list. Another defender rebounding off the halfback flank. 10 games so far. Had a pretty good season. 285 disposals per game for his career. Philippou from St Kilda. 190 centimetres, left footer. Kicked, I think, 6 goals against us when we played them. Having a pretty good career. 28 goals, 16 behinds from 34 games. Ideally, would like to get him a little bit more run in the forward line, but depending on how much St Kilda play him over the next couple of weeks, will depend on whether or not we can recruit him. Nasiah Wanganeen-Millera, now that I'm not playing in a game against him, I can actually say his full name correctly. He's had a great start to his career. I think this is probably a bit of a hands-off warning. I've gone too far off my list. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be available at any stage. Well, he's out of contract next season, so we'll see how that goes. And then we've got Alex Dodson, who is also from Sturt, same club I played for. A little bit taller than the other guy we saw from Geelong, but he's actually playing games this year for St Kilda. He's already kicked 4 goals, hasn't kicked it behind yet, is playing very nicely. And then Alex Terrell, really, really interesting prospect. He has played a few games for St Kilda as well as a key defender. May be an option we look for. And now we get to Nick Blakely, the Lizard. He's 24 years of age. Would he realistically want to leave Sydney? No. I believe he grew up in Victoria, but he is a father-son to Sydney, so I dare say that probably wouldn't go. Riak Andrew is Mac Andrews' brother. Could we potentially have a run at him if we miss out on his older brother? That would be quite nice, and that might be a bit of a bargaining chip if we can get Riak Andrew to get his brother in the future. Harley Reid, how's he going this season? He's not doing too bad. Just the 10 games so far in his career. I mean, this would be like if miraculously we won all of our games for the rest of the season and West Coast somehow finished bottom or below us at least. I don't think this would be a likely way to go. We'll see how it goes. And then the last 3 are probably, well, mostly Bontempelli and Ugle-Hagan. I'll cover Buslinger first. He's played 1 game so far. I don't even think he's made his debut in real life. He contracted for another 3 years. I think he's got a bit of potential, and I think maybe a change of scenery might be good for him. Ugle-Hagan is having a lot of trouble in real life. I think he wants to leave the Western Bulldogs. We'll see how it goes. He's out of contract in 2026. We may be able to get a deal done before then, but we'll just keep an eye on it. And lastly, Bontempelli out of contract in 2025, at the end of 2025. Would he realistically leave the Bulldogs? I would say no. But if we were to get someone to lead the rebuild, I can think of no one better than Marcus Bontempelli. He's the best player on the game, and I don't see anybody that is close to him at this point in time. Maybe Nick Dacos, but I don't think he would leave Collingwood to go play for Richmond. So in terms of the uber top tier talent, Marcus Bontempelli is the only player on my list. Apart from that, everybody else relatively young. Now that all the admin is out of the way, West Coast are actually in 15th, so I'm going to keep an eye on them for the rest of the season. But it's time for Dreamtime, and we are going to have a look at our lineup for the game. Nathan Broad is injured. We'll have a look at that injury. We'll bring back Stone Cold Nick Vlosten. He can go play in the back pocket. Who is going to come in? Sonsi's recovered from his injury. I think we'll make him the sub. I think that's probably the thing that makes the most sense. Seth Campbell can come and play on the regular interchange. Hopper, McIntosh, and Seth Campbell, along with Ben Miller, who's going to run the ruck off the bench for us. Taj Houghton, Noah Bolter, Kajitsky, Judson Clark, Lynch, and Rioli. Going to be the forward line. Midfield's the same as it has been for basically the whole season. And the background. The back line was just updated, as you saw. Dreamtime at the G, it does not get bigger than this during the regular season. I am very excited for this game. I think the Tigers against the Bombers, it's going to be... I mean, we are at a little bit of a disadvantage. The Bombers are a top 4 side currently based on current form. But if there was ever a time, and I said this in the last episode, if there was ever a time to upset somebody, it would be when we are celebrating something that is truly, truly special. We're 0-10 at the moment. Hopefully we can be 1-10, or at least 1-10 by video's end. Bombers have called heads on the toss. There's a tiny bit of wind going towards the right of screen, and that's where the Bombers are going to be kicking towards the start of this game. Dreamtime is here. 7.5-minute quarters. We've shortened them compared to... Oh my god! I was just about to say we've shortened the quarters, and Kajitsky takes a specky with the first possession of the game. What a start this would be for Dreamtime. And it's not going to be a goal, unfortunately. It's a mark on the goal line. Very anticlimactic. Dyson Heppel still going. He hasn't retired yet. Still on an AFL list. Jack Ross chasing it down. Ben Hobbs is tackled. We're going to have a throw in. Great hit out by Nankervis. Finds Layla. Kicks it forward. Kajitsky. Can he take another mark? No, he can't. Ends up with Bolter. Kajitsky kicks it forward. And Tom Lynch grabs the mark. And this will be for the first score of the game. And hopefully for us, the first goal of the game. And Tom Lynch does not disappoint. He's our leading goal kicker so far. And this may be his last season on the Tigers. Another centre bounce to start proceedings. Ross chips it to the human meatball. And Tom Lynch has an outside 50. And he kicks it straight to Sam Draper, unfortunately. A little bit of a wasted possession. He goes wide. Hind is all by himself. Gives it to Hobbs. Kicks it down the line. Gibcus should get the intercept mark. Gives it up to Jaden Short. Goes very wide to Jacob Popper. He has a bit of space. Gives up the handball to Short. He goes deep into the forward pocket. Who's there for the crumbs? It's Campbell. Back into the side for today. Kicks the goal. Tigers up by 2 to start things. Nankervis out of the middle. Another clearance one for the Tigers. Smiley kicks it. 3 of you there. Lynch takes the grab. 15 metres out on a slight angle. We're 7 minutes into the first quarter. And Essendon, I don't think they've entered their forward half yet. There's 3 goals to the Tigers. What a start to Dreamtime. Nick Cox, there we go. Hobbs leading, finds 2-metre Peter. And they finally get an inside 50. And this will be for the Bombers' first shot on goal for the game. Starts wide, but swings back in for 6 points. 2-metre Peter gets the job done. Nankervis gets another hit out. Zach Merritt gets the clearance. Good fist by Short. Hopper tried to kick it off the ground. Nobody home. Good spoil by Trainer. I forgot his name for a second. But the Bombers get the first behind of the game. Rushed into the behinds. Stone Cold Nick Vlosten finds Trainer. Actually, no, he finds Ross. Trainer was the next man in line. Smiley gets the mark. Gives it to Ross. Ross goes wide to Layla. Still got the long sleeves from a couple of weeks ago. Prestia down the line. We're moving the ball a lot better than previous games. And as soon as I say that, we kick it straight to Ben Mackay, one of the great defenders in our competition. But he turns it over to Smiley. Gives it up to Layla, at least was trying to. Layla has it just outside 50 now. Give it up, get rid of the handball. Prestia goes to the top of the goal square. Kajitsky can't take the grab. And the Bombers get it out of there only as far as Hopper and Hobbs. Hopper is tackled. We're going to have a ball up. Nankervis probably on top of Goldstein and Draper so far. Goldstein goes wide to Parrish. And he goes inside his forward 50. Trainer misses the mark. And Draper gets the goal for the Bombers. Back-to-back goals for the Bombers, but competitive game so far. Ross gets tackled. Nankervis hits Smiley on the lead. Nankervis gets it back. We have got numbers all over the inside of the 50. And Kajitsky takes a mark probably 15 meters out from goal. Another opportunity to kick a goal here. And there's 4 on the quarter for the Tigers. 15 minutes into the first. Just the hands have been awesome by the Tigers so far. Another inside 50. And Houghton this time. Taj Houghton. One of our best rookies who's having a great debut campaign so far. Lining up for his 17th goal of the year. And splits the big sticks. There's 5 on the quarter as the Tigers lead by 17. Another clearance for the Tigers. We are all over the Bombers so far. And Kajitsky again, just absolutely crushing it at full forward. 3 contested marks to start the game. He's only got the 1 goal. Lining up for number 2. Again, straight through the middle. 6 goals to 2 to start the game for the Tigers. But this is how it went against Melbourne, and we ended up losing that one by about 60. Ball finds Ross coming out of the clearance. Kajitsky has space again. There is another mark. He is all over Laverde. Lining up for goal number 3. Almost 20 minutes gone in the first quarter. That is straight through the middle. Actually, it's gone onto the goal line and it's punched through by Draper. Lead now out to 24 points and even 4 goals. Goes wide, but only goes as far as Smiley. He was looking for Mason Redman. And there is Caleb Smith. Not usually up forward, but has found his way there. He's only kicked 3 goals for his career. And that is not a great kick. I don't even think it's going to make the distance, but Curvis marks it on the goal line. It's going to have to go around the body here. 7 hit-outs, 2 disposals so far. Taking his time. Puts it through. And a 7-goal opening term to the Tigers. Ross with the tight hands to Taranto. And Tommy Lynch just uses Ben Mackay as a trampoline. What a start this has been for the Tigers. 7 goals, 143 to 2 goals, 113. Tommy Lynch starts it out wide. Goes straight through the middle. We are up by 36 points. We finally lose a clearance, but it actually doesn't bother us that much. Hopper gets the intercept mark. Gibkiss runs it forward. Ball gets punched away. Smiley intercepts. Drops it short. Tom Lynch is going to have another shot on goal. And Smiley, just with that left foot of his, just drops it in. He is having a great game. Having quite a few score assists, but Tom Lynch kicks his 4th of the quarter. This has been our best quarter of football the entire series. I don't know why things are just ticking right now. Nothing has changed in terms of settings or anything like that. Layla runs the ball wide to Dion Prestia. Bumps it, go to full forward. And it's a rush behind. Ball goes wide. Layla looking to intercept. Punches. Durham kicks it forward. Trainer's there. Gets the fist on it. Nobody's there to rove. Ball was kicked forward. That is a great mark by Jai Caldwell. We'll have a look at that if we can. He's going to go around the corner. I don't know if you can actually do that after the siren, but he does it anyway. A 37-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Dreamtime is truly here. Start of the second quarter is here. Nankervis and Goldstein going to go at it. Nankervis gets the tip. Does a great job. Prestia runs it back to centre half back. Gibkiss is wrapped up by 2-metre Peter. Another ball up inside Essendon's forward 50, 15 metres out of goal. I don't know why we're handballing. Get foot to ball. Great find to get Dion Prestia the ball. Tim Taranto now having a great season. Ball goes wide to Trainer. Goes back to Brown. Gets tackled by Durham. And that's holding the ball. Not a good start to the quarter for the Tigers. Jaden Davis, we spoke about him earlier, goes into the forward line. Great punch by Gibkiss. Get the ball. That's not 15. Layla kicks it short to Brown. Just playing a little bit of kick to kick at the moment. I like the relaxed approach to possession, and we're sort of keeping care of the ball. We weren't really doing that in the first couple of games, but it appears we are doing a lot better now. Layla has a ton of space. Kicks to full forward. And a good intercept mark by Zach Merritt. Zach Merritt ends up with the ball at centre halfback. Plays on. Gives it to Cox. Surprised he didn't give the handball to Goldstein. But then I wouldn't either. Ben Mackay goes to full forward where Draper is. Ball gets punched away. Gibkiss gets tackled. Draper tries to kick a second goal and does. Great hands out of the centre. We are just absolutely doing a great job in the middle of the field. And Lynch has it again. He is giving Mackay an absolute bath. 7 marks. 7 disposals. Lining up for goal number 5. Slots it through. Tigers have 10 in the first half. Draper finds Merritt all by himself. Goes probably 20 metres out. And 2 metre Peter beats Trainer in the air. Gets the mark. Going to be lining up for his second goal. Hasn't had a great impact on the game so far, but with a big second half, can potentially turn things around for the Bombers. And there's the second goal for 2 metre Peter. Miller with the hit out. Ross kicks it forward. Lynch again, using Mackay as a trampoline. Has been doing it on the regular today. Where has this form been the first half of the season? We have desperately needed this out of him. From outside 50, starts it wide. I don't think it's going to make the journey. Gets knocked over the line for a rush behind. Almost 20 minutes gone in the first half. Bombers playing a lot better in probably the last 5 minutes, but they are still a long way behind in the context of the game. Bolter goes wide to Smith. Gives it up to Hopper. Tom Lynch lurking around. Can't get the contested mark over Draper. Merritt gives it up to Draper, and he kicks it straight out of bounds on the fall. Ball enters the defensive 50. Jaden Short gets a fist to it. Keiko is giving chase. Trainer ends up with it. Short, not Short. Can't think of his name. Smith gets the ball. Cox has it. And 2 metre Peter has it again. Did say that he has the potential to be a difference maker today. Unfortunately, that one has missed the goals. Brown goes to the pocket. Finds Smith. Kicks to centre half back. Nobody really there. Smiley takes the mark. Goes wide. Good punch by Merritt. We're going to have the ball up. Great hands by the Bombers in this process of play. Nankervis with the smother. And in turn, great stuff by the Tigers. But what a first half. Our best half of football this entire season. And what a time for it to come. We've been so desperate for a good half of football. Just the 1 goal in the quarter. We conceded 2. But overall, just an astounding performance. We lead by 32 points at half-time. And Tom Lynch has been the star man with 5 goals, 8 marks. Has been doing a fantastic job. Nankervis has been great in the ruck. Miller's been pinch hitting as well. Ross has 19 touches. Prestia has 17. Merritt 15. 13 to Cox. Smiley has 13. And if we have a look at clearances, Ross has 5. Prestia 3. Doing a fantastic job. Halftime has come and gone. Hopefully, this first half of football has been a sign of things to come for the Tigers. Nankervis now. Hits the ball down to Prestia. Gives it up to Nankervis. I was about to say Tarantino. Taranto runs onto it. Layla with the tackle. But the ball escapes. Goes into the Essendon forward line. Gibkiss again with just a courageous mark in the defensive 50. Smith goes wide. Finds Hopper. Short on the wing. Gives it up to Prestia, but he turns the ball over. Good tackle by Short. It's another ball up. Center clearance goes our way. No, it doesn't. Cox has space. Kicks it to half forward. Trainer with another intercept mark. He has been really good the first half of the season. One of my favourite rookies on the team so far. Short gets the grab, gives it to Smith. Prestia on the wing, has space. Gives it back to Short. Goes down the line further. Prestia is all alone. We're just chipping the ball around, just gaining ground as we go. Smiley is down at full forward, having a bit of a break from the midfield. Hobbs is by himself as the ball is kicked back out to half forward. Gibcus, another intercept mark here would be lovely. He gets a fist on the ball instead. Great smother by Peter Wright. Gibcus in turn smothers the ball, and Dion Prestia ends up with it. Gives it up to Ross. Goes to half forward. Trying to aim for the boundary, but can't get it. Hobbs is all by himself on the wing. Killing a bit of time here. Goes short to Davey. Gives it back to Hobbs. Gives it back to Davey. Goes to full forward. Perkins is there. Gresham gets tackled. Jaden Short forces the stoppage. Hobbs with the mark, gives it back to Redmond. Not a lot upfield, so he just punts and hopes for the best. Gibcus having a great game today. Dion Prestia with the mark, gives it up quickly. Smiley's the target. Can't get hands on the ball. Heppel has space, gives it to Redmond. Essendon having a lot of the footy this quarter so far. Working the ball upfield now by the Tigers. Hopper goes backwards to go forwards. Kicks into space. We end up with it. Can we get a handball out? No, it's holding the ball. Gibcus, another great punch. Hobbs kicks it upfield, only as far as Peter Wright. Jaden Davey on the lead. He's a little far out to score. Hits Jade Gresham on the lead. Only the one disposal for him today. Make that 2. And he kicks his first goal. Layla at halfback gives it to Gibcus. Goes wide. Brown is by himself. We've got numbers on the wing. Presti is the target. Taranto's up there. Actually, no, it's Short. Excuse me. Looking for Kajitsky. Can't get there. Jacob Hopper goes to full forward. We've got numbers. We can't get a mark. We've got a stoppage. Almost halfway through the quarter, we've only had one score. And it's been that goal up the other end, honestly, quite a while ago. Gibcus gets the spoil. Draper in the middle of the field, kicks it forward, just looking for anybody. Another spoil from behind by Trainer. There's nobody on the goal line. He kicks it long. And Sam Whitman grabs it in the goal square. Looking for back-to-back goals for the Bombers. And his first goal of the game. He does. He kicks true. Back to a 20-point game. Nankervis again just dominating the hit-outs. That's a great handball by whoever that was. Nankervis kicks it forward, but straight to Mason Redmond. Doesn't hit him on the full. Layla, I was going to say forces a dropped mark, but he doesn't, unfortunately. Great spoil by Gibcus once again. Caleb Smith kicks it upfield. Layla in space all by himself. Kicks the ball, handballs the ball inbound. Not 15. Prestia needs to get rid of it, and that is holding the ball. Good spoil by Smith. We get the ball forward. Kajitsky is the target. Another intercept mark inside our forward 50. We have only kicked one goal since the first quarter, and it's almost three-quarter time. I'm a little bit concerned. Great chase by Prestia. McIntosh into the game. Haven't really seen him today. Intercepted by Layla. Ball finds Smiley. Nankervis on the lead. Gives it up to Rioli. Goes forward. Kicks a goal on the siren. Gets his first of the game. And it's a 26-point margin at three-quarter time. And that goal was our only score of the quarter, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Fourth quarter is here. Dreamtime is here. Let's finish strong and get our first win of the season. Noah Bolter hits the ball out of defense. And the Bombers get the first goal of the quarter. Very quick response by Jade Gresham. Back to a 20-point game. Plenty of time left in this game to be won by both teams. Goldstein is all by himself at centre-half forward. Is tackled straight away after he tried to play on. Tried to take on Caleb Smith. Couldn't get past him. Ball finds Layla out at centre wing. Ross slows the ball down. Got numbers wide. Smith is there. Layla's upfield. Ends up going to Kajitsky. We'll take a 3 and a bit goal lead at this point of the game. We've had a lot worse margins thrown at us. But we're in the lead, and that is the main thing right now. Hobbs kicks deep towards Wiedemann. Spoiled by Gibkiss, doing a great job on him so far. Wiedemann picks it up. And is tackled straight away by Gibkiss. Oh, Goldstein's in space. Somebody tackle that ruckman. And he's kicked it. Winding back the clock, Todd Goldstein. Really great finish by the left footer. And it's back down to 14 points. A lot can happen in Dreamtime. Just need a lot of crazy things to happen, as things generally happen in these games. Great intercept mark. Oh, no, it's not. It's Jade Gresham on the goal line. I thought we had an intercept mark. He's going to go around the corner. This will be his 4th disposal of the game. The Bombers are within single digits. Ross gets tackled. I thought there might have been a free kick there, but there wasn't. Bombers have plenty of players. Draper! He's already kicked 2 today. 13 touches, couple of hit-outs. Well, a dozen hit-outs, actually. And he kicks it straight through the middle. It's now a 2-point game. I just can't do maths very well. 11-4 plays 11-2. Ball finds... Oh, Trainer. I thought Trainer was definitely going to mark that. Gresham lining up for goal number 4. It's offline. Nankervis marks it on the goal line. I would rather him be in the ruck right now. McIntosh gets tackled by Hind. It's a ball up in defensive 50. Nankervis on Goldstein. Goldstein gets the hit out. Good tackle by Trainer. Nankervis gets it out of there. Finds Rioli. Kajitsky at centre-half forward. Can't take the grab. We've got numbers. Taranto picks it up. Pumps it to full forward. Smiley's down there. Can't get it. Jordan Ridley gets a mark. Finds Ben Hobbs in a ton of space. Good spoil by Kajitsky. Ross is giving chase to Hobbs. Can't get it. Bolter needs to take this mark, and he does. Already 11 minutes gone in this quarter. Quick hands by Gibkiss. McIntosh has it at centre wing. Gives it to Ross. Trainer forcing his way upfield. Kajitsky, Rioli! What a play by Morris Rioli. And now Josh Smiley. He's yet to kick a goal today. 21 touches. 12 contested possessions. Puts it straight through the middle. Gets it back out to an 8-point game. A little bit of breathing room for the Tigers. We just need a good couple of defensive minutes here. Cox kicks goalward. We punch it through for a behind. That's okay. We're still up by a goal. Actually, more than a goal. 7 points at this point in time. We go wide to Smith. Kicks inboard to Brown. Back to Smith. Just trying to create as much space as possible. Brown. Back to Smith. I don't think that was 15. Great contested mark by Kajitsky. Smiley on the attack. Kicks long towards goal. It's another point. They are always handy. 8-point game. About halfway through the quarter. We've got numbers out on the wing. Sam Layla, great job. Finds Hopper. We've got 2 guys in the hot spot. Nobody can take the mark. And now Elijah Sardis has a ton of space. Trainer on Gresham. You'd think Trainer would mark this, but it's Gresham who gets the mark. Weedman's the target. Gibkiss with the spoil. It's out of bounds once again. Nankervis now. We really need a clearance here. We get tackled straight away. Layla gives it a Trainer. Great composed kick to Taranto. Handballs back to McIntosh. We've got 2 of you there. Smiley Can't take the mark. Ben McKay does. Kicks wide to Jordan Ridley. Does a good job. Sidus kicks it forward. Noah Bolters chasing. Gets the fist to it. Jade Gresham tries to kick a goal. Punch it through for a point. Still up by more than a goal. 18 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Good use of disposal here. Prestia now gets the ball to centre half forward. Kajitsky's been good all day. Ben Mackay gets the intercept mark. Ben Hobbs, not really sure what Layla's doing. Just sitting in the middle of the wing doing nothing. Taranto. Taranto. Layla now has space. Aiming for Hopper. Goldstein gets in the way. There's crumbs to be had. Goldstein launches it forward. Gibkiss with the intercept. Does a good job. Remains composed. That's not 15. Layla kicks it into space. Prestia to the forward line. Can't get a mark. Miller kicks a goal. It's going to be real tough for the Bombers to get a win from here. Is this the first win of the season for the Tigers? Taranto kicks to full forward. Miller again. He hasn't had a touch all game up until about 30 seconds ago. And when it mattered most, he's kicked 2 goals from 2 touches. Gets it back out to a 19-point game. There can't be much time left. Ben Miller, you are a hero. Now we just need to play well, keep the ball inside our forward half, and maintain possession of the ball. Rioli kicks it to full forward. Can't get Miller. But Smiley kicks it instead. I think the Tigers are home. The Bombers, is there a bit of life to go? I don't know how much time's left. There can't be much. Cox kicks a goal. Gets it back within 20, but I don't think they have enough time. Bombers get the clearance. Durham may have a shot at goal. It's going to be from outside 50. Hasn't kicked a goal yet today. Gives it a roost. It's not going to be a goal. It's going to fall short. Good punch, and it's been rushed behind. Miller takes the mark. He's been crucial in the last minutes. And the Tigers have done it! The upset at the G! Dreamtime is real! What a time to be alive! 4 goals to 5 in the final quarter. But we hang on. 15-5-95. Plays 12-5-77 for a 3-goal win at the MCG. We're up by 40 at one stage. First win of the season. I am really happy. The Bombers, apart from the first quarter, really outplayed us. 9 goals to 6 after quarter time. What a phenomenal performance. Tom Lynch with 5 goals. I don't think he touched the ball in the second half. Jade Gresham kicked 3. Sam Draper was great with 3. Smiley kicked 2. Peter Wright kicked 2. Kajitsky 2. And Ben Miller, when we needed him most, kicked 2. Dion Prestia, 33 touches. Zach Merritt had 30. A few guys had 20. But a really impressive performance by the Tigers. And now we get to see the song sung by our young band of Tigers for the first time this season. Enjoy. The Tigers get the big upset at the MCG over the Bombers, who were in 4th place at one stage. They dropped down to 6th now. And most importantly, we are not going to go through the season without a win. And that is the most important thing. I think I'm going to go through the back half of the season now. I'm going to go past the mid-season buys. We're going to catch up again at round 16. We're going to have a afternoon game against Carlton. I think that's where we're going to meet up next time in round 16. But we will simulate through to that point. Carlton are currently in 15th. So we may be in a shot to get a second win if we are lucky. We head into our next game against Geelong. I don't see any major injuries that we have received during that time period. So this is going to be one of those rare occasions where we go through unchanged. Hopefully we can get another win against the Cats. The Cats and the Tigers. We get absolutely belted down in Geelong. They are a very good side, and, you know, the Cattery is a bit of a fortress. Who played well? Layla had 34. Miller kicked 3. Kajitsky 2. Houghton 2. Really good result. Phoenix Foster with 4 goals for the Cats. Now have the Crows at Adelaide Oval, round 13. McIntosh is injured. Not ideal, but we can work around it. I'm going to bring in Thompson Doe. Is that the move? Oh no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Sam Banks back in. We're going to do that move. And then we're going to bring Sonsi off of the substitute bench. He can sit in the interchange for now. Another opportunity to get a win here. Crows at Adelaide Oval. It's a tough assignment. It's the middle of June. It's another flogging. It's unfortunate, but just with the team that we are right now, it's just one of those results that it's just unfortunate. Carlton's still in 14th, so it's not unreasonable that we are a chance at beating them, but Hawthorn, they're on a 5-game winning streak, and they have been absolutely incredible. Kajitsky is injured. A little bit annoying. Nathan Broad's back, which is lovely, but that is not the player that I wanted to come back from injury. Don't worry, Broad's not going to play it on the half-forward flank. We're going to change that. We'll put Campbell there for now. Jonty Fall is back. That's the player I was looking for. So I think we're going to... Ooh, what do we do here? I think the responsible thing to do, we'll bring Campbell out. We'll put Judson Clark at half-forward. Fall can just sit in the forward pocket. Broad can go and sit in the spot of Caleb Smith. Smith can go back to the bench. He has had a very good season, up to a 73 overall now. Sam Banks can come in. Smith can become the sub. Couple of games to go before the Carlton game. Hawthorn at home, not an unreasonable request. They are in terrific form, Hawthorn. And would you look at that? Absolutely unreal result. Judson Clark kicks 4, Banks 3, Lynch 3, Rioli 3. Banks had 31 touches, probably bog if I had to say so myself. We were up by 77 at 3/4 time, end up winning by 70. One of the upsets of the year, you would have to say. And now Carlton are in 16th now. They've dropped all the way down. I'm assuming that is the case. Yes, we do. We're going to skip past the bye round as well. Houghton is injured for the time being. We are just going to swap him out with Campbell. And then hopefully it's only a 1-week injury. It is hopefully going to be a 1-week injury. He's got a fitness test now, so he's going to miss the Carlton game, unfortunately. And Carlton are now in 17th, which is, you know, lovely. But this is the ladder. Everyone's played 14 games now. We have 2 wins on the season, 2 wins in the episode. It is lovely. The Swans are at the top of the ladder. Freo in second. Geelong, Gold Coast, Hawthorn, Essendon, Brisbane, Port round out the rest of the top 8. Everybody else just hoping to get draft picks or make their way into the top 8. But that is going to do it for today, guys. A very successful episode. I think we'll do the Carlton game and then maybe we'll spectate one more game before the season's over and then we'll get into the off-season. But thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. And until then, I'll see you. I've stuffed up my outro, but that's okay. Have a great day. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys then. Bye.